Welcome to Winter Varsity Media Day. I'm JJ Rella, managing editor of the Essex Wire, and I'm here with wrestling.
Senior Captain Essex Varsity.
I'm Senior Captain Nick Janish.
I'm Senior Captain Chris Nigro.
And I'm Senior Captain Ethan Curlin.
What is one goal, either as a team or individually, that you set for yourself at the beginning of the season that you feel like you've accomplished now towards the end of the season?
Well, as a team, at first we were set on winning the groups, but we fell short of that this week. But personally, just focus on getting better every day. Make sure I'm keeping good position and focus on scoring points over my matches, and I feel like that's going to lead me to the end goal of winning the states at the end of the year.
Do you have any traditions or rituals that you partake in before a big match that really gets you prepared before the game?
Not like really tradition, but obviously we always like to get a good warm-up in before our matches in the wrestling room and just hang out in there, eat our post-weigh-in meals, and just get prepared for the match.
Yeah, I think a big thing, especially this year, we focus on is like being together as a team, kind of just bonding together, especially after matches, going out to eat, hanging out. You know, even if we're not having a match just on the weekend or something like that, I think that's a big part of why we've been successful.
How do you want to be remembered by your teammates, coaches, and those who are trying out for varsity wrestling in the future?
I think all the kids need to realize if they want to wrestle for our team that they got to put in the work in the off season. They can't just show up on the first day and think that's how it's going to go. It's just never going to work like that, and they just got to do the right stuff in the off season, make the right choices, and compete a lot in the off season, and get the club, do all the right stuff.
What is one quality you want in someone who would be trying out for West Essex wrestling?
I just want the kids to make sure they're hard workers and they're going to show up and actually do the work. We can't just have kids coming in and out. We had a problem with that this season, I'd say, a little bit with some of the newer guys, and they just got to realize the standards that we have at West Essex and how we're going to keep this legacy of a team just rolling for years on.
A quality I'd like to see is, just being tough. I think that's probably the most important thing. You don't have to be the most skilled, the fastest, strongest. You got to be tough, and I think you'll make a big impact on this program.
What is it like having to keep weight in season?
Yeah, so I think besides like the wrestling and practicing, training, all that, the weight plays a big part. That it's kind of like the behind the scenes kind of thing. And I think for like some of us, we cut a good amount of weight, but it's part of the game. So if we're the day before the match and we're overweight, that means getting another workout in, maybe even 2 workouts after practice at night. Sometimes if you're maybe even before school. So it plays a big factor into the whole part of the sport.
And I'd also say just trying to focus on managing your meals and what you put in your body. Just the right stuff's going to make it a lot more easier for you. Make you feel a lot better, too, when you're competing.
What was it like being able to get Coach Markey to 100 career wins?
We didn't know it was going to be that match that he got it, but it felt good to get it for him because we know how much he does for us and how much he puts out for the program. And I don't really know many people that do the stuff he does for us and how much he cares about it for us and the extra stuff that he does all off season during the summer when he can, and just all of it that he does. It means a lot.
Like Alex said, a lot of people don't see how much Coach Markey puts into us and how much he cares for us. So I think, us just doing what we do is just like a thank you to him.
Chris, you do West Essex football and West Essex wrestling. How do the two sports translate with each other, and what have you learned from doing both of them?
From doing both, I definitely learned that you got to focus on your wrestling for your football to progress. When my football got good last year and the beginning of this year, it was my wrestling that really took off, and the work that I put in the offseason towards wrestling progressed, and it pushed my football career up higher. And going all the way, it was a great experience, but without wrestling, I wouldn't have done it.
This is my final question. What is one specific memory or something you remember from West Essex wrestling that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life?
Biggest memory is just spending time with my teammates and having a good time, being through tough times, going through hard practice and stuff like that. But I think one of the biggest things I took away from wrestling is mental toughness,
As a freshman, the senior captains did a good job of keeping us close during COVID. We went out a lot, did a lot of stuff together. And I knew I just wanted to do that for my team when I was a captain, too. And something I'll take with me for the rest of my life is just the coaches making sure we're tough and, putting us through uncomfortable situations every day. And I know that's going to help me for college, and not only college wrestling, but just after that when I'm an adult. And
I would say my My favorite memory is, again, freshman year with the team, and even this year just being with one another. I mean, we would work out together if people needed to cut weight. I mean, we spent a lot of time together, and I think that was a big thing. And probably one of my biggest takeaways is you might lose, but you're gonna win. If you keep putting the work in and you keep failing, you're gonna win. You're gonna find success, and that's where we're going towards the end of the season. For those who didn't have a good beginning of the season, the end of the season is where we want to be, and that's where we want to win.
I think one of my most favorite memories on this team is, just going out to eat with the team. It's always fun to go and eat when you, starve and dehydrate yourself for a long time. So that's personally my favorite memory. I'd have to say freshman year Buffalo Wild Wings food fight.
The food fight just was probably the pinnacle of my high school wrestling career. The cheese curds flying across the parking lot just really sparked something inside my brain.
That's all I have. Thank you, and good luck with the rest of your postseason.
I just want to thank my coaches. Starting off with Marky, just always being there for me when I needed him and pushing me and making sure I'm doing the right stuff. Same with Coach Ruggiero, doing the right stuff, just making sure I'm good in practice. Talking to me at the state tournament last year, really helped me a lot. Just Anthony Parati, keep me tough and just telling me the extra things I need to do that's going to help me get to the places I want to be. And Joe Velarde's always there making it fun for us, and I just love him for that. And then Coach Laspinoso, he knows, I don't even have to say it, did it all for me. And then Nick Hughes, great, making sure my technique's always there, getting me the extra workouts I need. And I just want to thank them for the past 4 years.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know Coach Markey and Coach Ruggiero's, they've been around here for a long time. They've clearly accomplished a lot of things. And I think Coach Parati and Coach Velarde, new coach Joe Laspinosa, and Nick Hughes as well, they put a lot of work into us as well. And I feel like they don't get as much recognition since they're not in the school, but they definitely deserve a big thank you as well.